Hey guys, what is up? So I'm going to be doing my one and only mock draft for the 2019 draft, which, as I'm recording today, is in just shy of 2 weeks. So I'm going to do rounds 1 through 5 as actual players. The three sixth round picks and their seventh round picks are just going to be the position where I think they could go. Alright, so round 1, they go Byron Murphy, cornerback, Washington. So I'm picking him just because I think both Devons are going to be gone. And instead of taking an offensive player, take care of your need on defense. I'm thinking either Byron Murphy or Greedy Williams, depending on what happens. If Byron's taken, Greedy Williams is my backup. And then if there's all the defensive players are gone and they can't trade back to where taking one would be a reach, then I'm probably just going to go with tight end or something like that. But this is assuming everything goes okay. If things were to go great, the Steelers would get one of the Devons. But round 2, I'm going Mack Wilson, inside linebacker, Alabama. Now, I've seen some people do mock drafts of, in round 2, the Steelers take David Long from West Virginia. He's more of a third. I think it'd be a little early for the second. I would take him maybe the second, third round pick, but I want to address middle linebacker right now. And Mack Wilson, he flies. He may not look like it, but he does fly. And then same with Byron Murphy. He's physical. He may not have the ideal size, but he's physical. Yeah, people would want Greedy Williams, who's 6'2", ran like a 4.38, but I think Byron Murphy would just be a little bit better. Then, with my first third round pick, I'm going Jace Sternberger. Sorry, I'm reading. He's a tight end from Texas A&M. So right there, the Steelers address their need. Now, the first third rounder could be a little bit of a stretch. He may or may not be gone, but I'm going to just hope and pray he's not, and the Steelers can get a really nice pass-catching tight end. He'll be a little small at 6'4", but I think that would be a really good pick. With the second third round pick, I'm going David Sills the fifth. He's a wide receiver from West Virginia. So I believe he used to play quarterback, but he's actually the same size. He's the same height as Jace. They're both 6'4". So he's a tall receiver. Jace is a small tight end. But David Sills, I think, could be a really good player. And there was I think it was the Senior Bowl practice, and David caught a pass, and was jogging back after he caught it, and Mike Tomlin just gave him hey, good job. I'm right there, he's a Steeler, and it's been reported that they are in love with him, so I'm excited to see that. Alright, then with my round 4 pick, I'm going Jordan Brailford, outside linebacker from Oklahoma State. So, this is a pick where people are complaining about Bud Dupree. Now, that's the thing. He's D-end or outside linebacker. I would probably have him play outside linebacker. Just because you got Cam Hayward, you got to it. Hell, you even have Hargrave at D-tackle. You have Tyson Alualu, who can play all those positions. So I'm going to go Brailford here, and it's possible he could replace Bud Dupree. If not, he's replacing Anthony Chickillo, and they'll replace Bud Dupree next year. He just hasn't worked out the way people have hoped. Round 5, I'm completing the Oklahoma State trio, and I am going Justice Hill, running back. That means we got the quarterback, wide receiver, and running back from Oklahoma State with Mason Rudolph, James Washington, and Justice Hill. We're going to complete the trio. I think he could pair really nicely with Jalen Samuels and James Conner. And there's your three-headed monster. Alright, now, again, that's it with names. These are just the positions. I would double down on middle linebacker. Now, I don't know if he's going to be available at this point, but there's a guy from the first college I went to. I went to UB. His name is Khalil Hodge. He's a little small, he's a little undersized, but he's just, oh my, it was great watching him play. It really was. So I would take him, if possible, in the later rounds. By the way, if David Sills, if they decide not to go with him, Anthony Johnson, he's from UB, but he's a wide receiver. He's good. He's going to be a really good player. Steelers don't need quarterbacks. If they did, I mean, Tyree Jackson from UB. Get my hopes up here. But yeah, I think Khalil Hodge could work really well. He said in an interview recently, he led the country his senior year of high school. He led the country in tackles with 262. And I believe he had, I don't know how many tackles at UB. Like, he could be a diamond in the rough. So I would look at him. With the second, 6th round pick, I'd go offensive line. Just put depth somewhere. Because you got Filer, Okorafor, and Banner, who are going to fight for the right tackle spot. Well, plus Banner and, the hell's his name? Hawkins. Gerald Hawkins is going to end up trying to fight for that spot as well, I assume. And then you've got Al, who one of those guys is going to be his backup. But you got Foster, you got Pouncey, and you got DeCastro, and BJ Finney plays guard and center. He did really well at left guard. Now, I don't remember if he's ever played right guard, so maybe you go right guard there. Alright, with our final 6th round pick, we go D-line. Just somewhere to get some depth. I think there's a guy from Western Michigan or Central Eastern Michigan, something like that. I don't know. He's a D tackle. He could possibly replace Dan McCullers. And then with the 7th round pick, I actually thought, hey, let's go kick returner. You know, have someone next to Switz. But I changed it. I changed it to punter. We're going to draft a punter. Actually, you go 6th round punter and you can possibly get another Pat McAfee. But yeah, he's Jordan Berry. I know Chris Boswell had an off year, but I honestly just think he got in his head a little bit ever since the first game of the season in overtime against Cleveland. I think that kind of just nagged him throughout the season. Hopefully he does better this year. They will bring in some competition for him. But Jordan Berry hasn't done much at all with his time with the Steelers. So I'm going punter here and give him someone to compete with. Yes, you can totally get an undrafted guy. But who knows? Maybe you find a good punter in the 7th round. I mean, we've taken a long snapper before. So I don't think punter is out of the realm of possibility. Plus, remember, Pat McAfee, 6th round. And he played like 10 years, and he was possibly the best punter in the league. So I definitely think that is possible. So, if you guys like this, leave a like. Comment on if you think this is a possibility, or if you think I'm full of it. And if you think I'm full of it, let me know your mock draft, and then we can compare. And if you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on, and I will see you guys next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. 7 years old.